Let's graph a line using point-slope form of an equation. Before we get to graphing, let's review what is point-slope form. It's y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1, where m is the slope, right, which is the change in y over change in x. So we're going to be able to graph using that. And then x1, y1 is the point. And why I want to point this out before we go to graph is you'll notice that in the equation you have minus x sub 1, and in the point x sub 1 is positive. So in the equation, if you have the minuses, then you're going to graph a positive point. And similarly, if you would have like x plus 3, that means this is a negative 3 in the point, because you would have x minus a negative 3. Two negatives gives you the positive that you see here. That's the tricky point, the tricky part of using point-slope form. So when we're graphing y minus 4 equals 3 times the quantity x plus 2, we have to identify two parts, right? First, we need the point. Second, we need the slope. Hopefully the slope is the easy part, right? Slope is in front. So we have the slope of 3. I'm going to make that a fraction because slope is the change in y, which is the vertical change over the horizontal change. So we've got the slope. Now let's talk about the point. The point is, we got to look at the x. Remember, we have x minus x1. Since this is a plus 2, that means our point has a negative 2. It's always opposite there. And then we see we have a minus 4. And because it's y minus y1, that means the y value is just 4. Because these minus signs will they're the same, so y1 is 4. Here, these are opposite, so these have to be opposite. That's why it's negative 2. Okay, I can graph from here. So I have the point negative 2, 4, which is right here. And then look at your slope. Your slope is up 3 over 1. Oh, goodness. I did not do this one very well, did I? Up 3 over 1 is off my screen. So this is a positive, right? We know the line is going to be in this direction. So I can also, instead of going up and right, I can go down and left. So I can go down 1, 2, 3, and over 1. Down 3 and over 1. I say that because at any one of these points, if I would go up 3, over 1, there it goes. So that's kind of how that works. So then I can join those, put arrows at the end, and I have graphed using the point slope. Let's do one more. I have the graph, I'm going to graph y plus 2 equals negative 2/3 x minus 1. All right, so we're looking for the point and the slope because it's point slope form. Again, the slope hopefully is easy because it's right in front. So I have negative 2/3. So I'm going to go down 2 and right 3. And my point, remember it's x minus x1. So the minus signs are the same. So x1 is 1. And then I have y minus y1. The signs are opposite, so the values are opposite. So it's going to be a minus 2. So my point is at 1. So over 1, down 2. And now my slope, I'm going to go down 2 and over 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's my next point. We also could go up 2 and left 3 if you want another point. And then that's a thick line. Oh man, I missed that point by a mile. But that's the idea. All right, so you graph the point and then you use the slope to move. You'll notice this is a negative slope, right? So it should go in the downward. It looks like you're falling down a mountain. Graphing using point slope form.